Hey, good morning. So we're down here on the south coast of England today. We're at Beaulieu Motor Museum. So it's on the Beaulieu estate. We've come through, and as you go through, you're going through the New Forest. Pretty cool. Got a monorail behind us. Got a motor museum here. We've got a manor house, and we've got some grounds that we're going to explore. So hit the subscribe button, the bell icon to be notified when we post new videos. Let's go and see what we can find. We got the motor museum behind us, and we just heard somebody actually tell one of the guests to put face covering on as you go inside. We've got the world of Top Gear. So over here in the UK, shown on BBC 2, I believe, BBC 2. Top Gear, been around for like 20 odd years, and I think is actually shown on BBC Worldwide over in the US with different cast. We've got some on-screen cars, so this will be famous cars from films. Let's go and see. So you got the Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. You got the Jaguar XKR from Die Another Day, James Bond. Only Fools and Horses, Little Robin Reliant, and Mr. Bean's Little Mini. Alright, we've got some of the iconic cars from Top Gear now. It's the limousine. Caravans, which were synonymous with the show for bad reasons. And we got the little space shuttle there down the back. So we're going to go inside the world of Top Gear. You're going to see a little show and then see some more vehicles. This caravan was actually turned into a hot air balloon, or like a blimp. Alright, so just in the entrance to the show, we've got a brief history of Top Gear. Starting as a magazine back in the 70s, TV show, and then really began to take off in the early 2000s. And this is where they're saying they stepped down back in 2005. Relaunches in 2016, and you've now got Chris Harris, Paddy McGuinness, and Freddie Flintoff as the presenters. See how long it will last. So this is a little bit outdated.
Jeremy Thompson was driving it, and James May put an exploding tower.
Alright, so we got our mask on. We've just finished watching the film, which is basically a montage of Top Gear through the ages. The cool thing about it, the current presenters actually did an intro specifically for Beaulieu, which was cool. And now we're in another section that's got some of the vehicles from the series. So we've got the Amphibious Cars here, and they went from the south coast of England to France. Got another amphibious car, one of the ultra small P45 cars. So this you'd sit in and that would be your cover basically. These are off-road mobility scooters.
Once again, then, it looks like I would be the first to our destination.
So this was used as a kind of train. Passengers in the back. Ambulance.
See this? Away from the boat. So you're not snorkeling through it. There's no cigar fish in your life. Give it a try. What? Hit that. Hit the money. Like a cannon, a torpedo.
The infamous Stig. It's the little Nissan Leaf. Souped up boy racer Nissan Leaf. And that's the end of the Top Gear section. There's no other signs. I can't say what these ones are, unfortunately. But we're going to go out here. It's all a one-way system. We're going to go into the Motor Museum. So, we're going through the ancient age of motoring from the penny farthing all the way to the modern car now. We're on a one-way system, so we can't go all the way around there. So here we've got some examples of 1800 and 1900 vehicles, kind of steam-powered vehicles that were around at the time. This one in particular is a Renault. As if we turn back on ourselves slightly, this one here is a Mercedes-Benz. $20-mile-an-hour electric car. I can imagine that's quite fast for the time, for the age. 1901. All the best electric cars come out of the USA, apparently. Big old radiator, isn't it? Not very aerodynamic. So as we come from the old timely section, we're now into a little bit more modern here. To our left we've got the McLaren Mercedes F1 car. We've got a Ferrari F310. Jaguar there. We've got the Golf Porsche below us as well. More old timely cars, the Bugatti from 1924. Sunbeam. We actually saw one of these, I believe, at Bletchley in the garage. Similar. It's the same make, but not this particular model. Got some more F1 cars here and Le Mans cars. And go up here and we're into the two-wheeled section. So you got some slightly more modern bikes. 1990s, early 2000s. Over here we've got some from like the 60s and 50s. Top speed of 70 miles an hour. It looks just kind of like a bike, a push bike really. So whilst we're still following the one-way system, we actually kind of loop back on ourselves a little bit. Got the monorail coming through inside. We've got the opportunity to win a convertible Mini Cooper here. £2 a ticket. And then we'll follow the one-way system down here.
It's not the one we used for the road scenes, is it?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car. This section's all about racing toys. Hot Wheels, tracks and motoring puzzles, things like this. This would typically pull out, but obviously we can't do that at the moment. They got some really good procedures here as well. Everything's marked up really well, and you've got people stopping you entering the buildings, sanitizer in a whole bunch of places. So it's been a pretty good experience. The one-way system does clog up things a little bit, but it means people aren't backtracking on themselves. Bit of wayfinding. We come down the stairs. We were up there previously. This is the McLaren Mercedes F1 car above us. Got the Golf Porsche down here. Little double-decker bus, London bus, back from 1970s. It's in this section, and just before we had a whole bunch of toys and games. Little race trucks, scale electrics, a whole bunch of little toy cars. This thing is iconic. Little Tykes car. It's got a more modern Rolls Royce. If you hit the like and subscribe button enough, then we could purchase one of these. And I'll show you what it's like to drive. But that's just wishful thinking.
Is it that car you would like?
I'd quite like one of them. I do prefer electric cars, but yeah. Little sleeping pussycat. So we've got some shop fronts here. Little Sainsbury's. Got a big London bus. Typically you can go inside this, but at the moment we can't. Mini Outspan orange. So car designed to look like an orange. Cool. Even the windows are like orange tinted. We got a big camper van over here. This is like goals to get one of these and take it on a road trip on Route 66 or something. And then we got a pale ale truck. Little Sinclair C5. And the Peel P50. So, as we come back round, we're back at the entrance, which is also the exit. And here's a very quick history of the motor vehicles. Ending with a 19 plate Suzuki Swift. That's really cool. That gives you a complete history of motoring, basically, from, you know, pedal powered cars way back when, all the way through till electric cars. And then obviously now you've got the likes of Nissan with their Leaf, Tesla with the Model S 3, X and Y. You've got so many companies that are pushing the way forward, and it's really cool to see. I'm very much an advocate for electric and renewable energy. I'd love to have solar panels, battery storage, that kind of thing. I do drive an electric car, so I'm very much trying to do my part for the environment, and I think everybody should do. One of the things with Tesla, it's, again, this isn't an advert, but they're one of the companies that are pushing the way forward in terms of the range that you can get an electric vehicle for an affordable price now with the Model 3 and the Model Y. So for me, you know, I went and purchased a Tesla Model 3, and it wasn't necessarily about, you know, having a flashy car or anything like that. It was about saving that money on the fuel, because it's actually costing me less money with a Tesla Model 3 than it would have been with a typical normal car with the amount of travelling I was doing. So it was a fantastic investment for me. And also with a referral code, they give you 1,000 miles of charging on their network as well. So what I'll do, I'll put my referral code down in the description. Check it out and check out what the cost advantages are. If you do a number of miles, could be something to look into. So now we finished in the Motor Museum, the World Top Gear. We're going to go to the Abbey and the Palace up here. It is a whole estate, Beaulieu as a whole, and going to see some of the old houses and stuff. Just over here to my right there is a new kids play area. It looks like it's just been built, but I haven't been here for 18 months or so, but that's cool. They've got a couple of huts to go and get some food in. Like I said earlier, the procedures here are fantastic. We've got one-way systems, we've got sanitisation, all sorts, so it's really, really good, and they're encouraging contactless payment when you purchase things. So, really good. Let's go inside the Abbey of the Kings now. This is the Abbey. We've got sort of the ruins of the building and whatnot around here. So you can see where it's been broken up. These little sections that you see on the floor, they're where you would have had pillars and walls and things like that. And that goes kind of all the way down there through that hedgerow. One of the exhibitions we've got here is the Secret Army exhibition. So just over here to the left at the entrance, we've got a little bike that was sent down in pods during the army, during the war, sorry, as you can see here. Right, we got the palace house. The Lord preserve thy going out and thy coming in.
So we're getting busy. So it means that you want to wait 21 minutes. No, we don't. Just a few minutes once someone goes down, we'll let you upstairs.
Lord Montague of Beaulieu.
Thank you.
The second.
Good afternoon. If you just wait for me here, we're getting busy. So, pardon you? Yeah. Right. So, you need to hold. Yeah, I think I've got the coffee off. You can still go if you want to the top.
This is the house belonging to the Montague family of Beaulieu. Been in their family since the 1500s. This is the oak bedroom. You got all the paintings on the wall. We've got Naples up here as well. What we got under here? Naples again. So we've got some. Okay, so they're all going to be Naples. This is Venice. That's the St. Mark's Square where we were a couple of weeks ago.
Thank you.
We're not going to stay here so long.
So these are all by Belinda Montague. We put together little tapestries. And these are all the bells that go to each of the rooms.
Oh, there the bells are on there. That's all rooms on the house. So if you want to
We've got the dining room here.
protection, education and welfare of these people that live on this estate.
Nice ceilings. Come out of the palace now, and we're in the Victorians Garden. We've had a little bit of a look around. It is all a one-way system sort of back here. But the cool thing about this part is you've got the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and what you've got is all kinds of topiaries designed to look like characters from Alice in Wonderland. And I love Alice in Wonderland. So let's go and see some of these topiaries and see what they look like. So we've got the Queen of Hearts, little chair, Mad Hatter himself. You got the Cheshire Cat down there, Alice. Got the White Rabbit. So let's see what info we've got over here. This gives you a depiction. Okay, so it's based off Alice Plaisance Liddell. She visited Beaulieu a number of times with her husband. So that's the topiary in all its glory. So just down the back behind the motor museum itself, we've got what looks like a extra little supply of future vehicles for the Top Gear Marquee. So this kind of tuk-tuk thing, I think, was used in the episode where they had to carry, I think it was rice from one end of the mountain to the other, racing up against local natives. This would have been where you had Chris Harris in the left hand one with the Union Jack, and you had Matt LeBlanc in the right hand one here with the American flag. I imagine these are swapped out. They look a bit worse for wear, so hopefully they're going to do them up a little bit before they put them on display. And then we're just at the back of the motor museum. Got the monorail here, and that's the monorail maintenance bay down the back there, and today it's just on a full lap circuit. There's no stopping at any particular sections or anything like that. It's full loop that you go on. So that's it for our time at the Beaulieu Motor Museum. We had a really good time. It's a nice day out. It's nice and chill. I think it's better when times are normal. They have a lot of events here, classic car shows, that kind of thing. So being able to come up here and do that is something really cool. One thing to note, they have got a couple of EV chargers here as well, so if you do drive an electric vehicle you can charge. It's £1.20 connection fee, and then the actual charging's free, so it could be a free journey down here. Masks are mandatory at all times inside, as with UK government guidance at the moment. They've got sanitizer stations dotted around the place. $19.50 to get in with your gift aid if you're a UK taxpayer, so that's not a bad price, but I think you get better value for money, like I said, in normal times. But it's a good day out. You've got the history of motoring, which is awesome, going around there. Typically you'd go round it in more of a chronological order, but because of the one-way system that they got in place at the moment, you kind of loop back on yourself a couple of times. Exploring the Abbey is really cool, and they've got a fantastic new kids play area which will keep all the young ones occupied when you're here. So yeah, really good. If you've enjoyed the day with us, hit the thumbs up, it helps me out a lot. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified when we post a new video. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks.